A beautiful clear sky accompanies us on a 79-degree Friday night here at Western Boone. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our matchup tonight between the Western Boone Stars and the Crawfordsville Athenians. I'm Blake Marth on play-by-play, joined for the first time by Graham Cabbins on color commentary. He's our second first-time broadcaster this year. We had Carter Hand in our first matchup, and now we have you, Graham. Are you excited?
Yes, I am, Blake. I'm super excited for tonight's game, and I hope it's a great one.
Absolutely. These two teams faced off twice last year. Graham, how did the Athenians fare last week?
Last week versus Fountain Central, the Athenians found themselves in a tough matchup, falling by a final of 28-12.
Western Boone, meanwhile, they had a very tough battle versus the Western Panthers. That game went back and forth. The Stars squeaked out a 21-13 win versus the Panthers. Max Prep's Players of the Week for that game were Cannon Bruins and Philip Talbot. They were both huge. They were also our Defenders of the Week last week. So Max Prep's recognizing those two. They combined for the game-winning tackle for loss on the final play in the fourth quarter to give the Stars their 21-13 win. It was a very tough back-and-forth battle, and Western Boone ended up victorious. See here some of the team captains for these two teams in the middle of the field. Looking at it for Western Boone, you got Cannon Bruins, Carter Markham, Philip Talbot, and Mason Tomes, the seniors there for the Stars. Pretty exciting here tonight. Let's take a quick look at our starting lineups if we can real quick. So for Western Boone, for the Western Boone Stars here on offense, to start off here. A lot of changeover from last year, but the Western Boone Stars have done a pretty good job so far on offense, scoring 21 or more in both games. You see Mason Tomes, Marcus Fortner, Brandon Potter, Cannon Bruins, Carson Saunders, and Philip Talbot making up the quarterback, running back, and receiver groups there for the starters. Offensive line here, Corden Bush at left tackle, Clayton Unrow left guard, Maddox Scadberry at center, Gavin Prickett right guard, and right tackle Wyatt Dickey. Over to the starting defense for the home team. Marcus Fortner at safety, Marco Vasquez on outside linebacker, Luke Jackson inside linebacker Cannon Bruins, outside linebacker Drew Gott, and Mason Tomes at safety, Philip Talbot, Carter Markham, Xander Venus, Jacob Smith, and Dylan Sheets for the Stars defense. Getting ready to kick off right here in just a moment. Crawfordsville will be kicking it off to start, so Western Boone will get the ball. Here we go. Crawfordsville and Western Boone. Kickoff received here. That is Mason Tomes. He's shifty on these returns. He's got room on the right side. Gets all the way past the 45-yard line. What a big play to start this one. Mason Tomes a couple of times has had big returns this year. And he gets inside the 45-yard line of the Athenians. What a start.
An excellent start for Western Boone there with Mason Tomes running back the kick return. And the offense will start in excellent field position to start the game.
Absolutely. Remember week one, Mason Tomes had a 61-yard return to put the Stars inside the 10-yard line, and they scored their first touchdown and took off from there against Sheridan. So see here, Brandon Potter at quarterback. It's going to be a handoff here to the right side. A lot of room here. Big blocks. Has tons of room and tackled inside the 10-yard line. That's Clyde McKeegan there. For the Stars, the senior on the first play was a jet sweep. Number 26 takes it inside the 10-yard line. Look at the replay here. Gets by the first man and tons of blocks downfield. Carter Markham throwing one. What a play there to get this one started. Stars here inside the 10. Handoff to Bruins. Gets right down to about the 1-yard line. Nearly made it in. Second and goal. I believe they're going to put it right at the 1-yard line. So second and goal at the 1. What a start here. 3 straight plays, 3 straight positive gains for the Stars offense. They could score within the first couple minutes here. Just under 11 minutes in the first quarter. So Potter keeps it himself, and he's in. Western Boone touchdown. So Brandon Potter takes it in himself from the 1-yard line. We saw him do that last week against Western. And the Stars take a 6-0 lead in just a minute 10 here. What a start for Western Boone. Getting ready to see if the Stars can make the extra point. That's Philip Talbot out there, one of the heroes of last week's game. Tons of plays on offense, defense, and special teams. Kick is up, and it is good. Minute 10 in, and Graham, your first broadcast. Stars take a 7-0 lead in just over a minute.
A very impressive first drive for Western Boone, obviously starting off with the great kick return from Mason Tomes and then the jet sweep for Clyde. And then they just used that powerful offensive line to push themselves into the end zone for the score.
Absolutely, and when I saw Potter was taking it himself at the 1-yard line, it looked like there was almost no doubt that he was going to get in. What a quick start here. 10:50 to go, and Stars lead at 7-0. 10:50 to go in the first quarter.
We'll see if the Stars defense can have the same hot start that the offense had.
They've been pretty good at that so far this year. Last week versus Western only gave up 13 points. Only really had a couple of drives where they stumbled, but they are the ones who really put it together late in that game and helped give the offense a chance to pull it back and win that game last week. And all of a sudden, Western Boone up 7-0. Talbot out for the kickoff. See if Crawfordsville can respond. It's a tough thing to respond to. Talbot, great kickoff inside the 5. It's muffed. Having trouble getting on it, just falls on it inside the 10-yard line. That right there was Maddox Ronco, the freshman for the Athenians. Could not quite get a handle for a moment there. Does manage to fall on it, but it puts Crawfordsville inside their own 10-yard line. So it would take about a 91-yard drive if they want to respond with a touchdown here.
Which is going to be very difficult to do against this Western Boone defense. As you said, they have been very stout so far this season.
Absolutely. One of the guys, obviously, Cannon Bruins, he had 2 sacks last week. Had several tackles for loss, including the game winner. Quick throw to the outside. This one's caught. And making a cut, and a pretty good play right there to start off. Getting a first down. Ethan McLemore, the senior for Crawfordsville, with the catch. First down and 10.
I like the play call there from Crawfordsville. Just a quick pass to get their quarterback in rhythm and get them out of the danger zone since they were inside the 10.
Absolutely. That's the thing that sometimes takes time, getting the quarterback comfortable. Definitely good. See him comfortable right off the bat. Quick throw here. This one is also caught. Good play. And getting tackled at around the 30-yard line. That one there was Ashton Wilson, the senior, number 7 for Crawfordsville. Another solid gain on first down.
Wide receiver just with a click slant to the inside, and then Western Boone able to rally and make the tackle.
Very good play right there. It's showing early on that they're not just going to go down without a fight right here. In shotgun right here. Sweep out to the left. Handoff right here. And stopped immediately. That was the handoff to number 40, Braden Heights, for the Athenians. But that goes for a loss right there. Third down and a solid chunk to go.
That was great penetration up the middle from Philip Talbot, who was able to get the tackle and tackle them behind the sticks.
One of the best players on the Western Boone offense getting another tackle for a loss. Handoff here on third down. That's going nowhere. Bruins in on the tackle, as well as Venus, number 50. the freshman. A little surprised there after the first couple of plays were passes, going back-to-back runs, especially on that third down. Looking at this here, they might be going for it on 4th and 3 is Crawfordsville. We'll see. Going to be a punt here. So faked it like they could potentially throw, and it was actually the quarterback, Caden Patton, who punted it away. And going down to around the 40-yard line of Western Boone is the punt.
After the first 2 quick passes from Crawfordsville getting some yards, then they tried to run it on the ground, but Western Boone defense was ready and forces a quick punt from Crawfordsville.
I thought Patton looked pretty good on that drive, the quarterback for the Athenians.
I would have to agree, 2 very accurate throws, but then Western Boone's defense was great at stopping the run the next 2 plays. Absolutely.
That's the thing they're best at so far, is stopping the run. Quick handoff here. Bruins has room. Look at that run. He's still going. Down to the 40-yard line. Looked like he was going to get around 5 or 6 and pushes his way all the way for about 20 on that first play from scrimmage on the drive. Found the hole early and had room. A lot of guys out there trying to make the tackle for Crawfordsville, but Cannon Bruins dangerous on the ground, as he has been for so many years on defense, now doing it from the backfield.
Cannon showed so much power on that run, being able to go through all those potential tacklers.
Quick run to the left side by Jackson. Luke Jackson, the senior for Western Boone. Picks up a few yards on first down. Looks like he gets about 3. Gets him to the Crawfordsville 37-yard line.
So far, it's been very obvious that Western Boone wants to run the ball early in this game, and they've had lots of success doing it so far. We'll see if Crawfordsville can slow that down as the game continues.
Absolutely. Every play so far on offense has been a run. This will be the first pass. This one caught by Tomes. He's got room. Look at him go. He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Western Boone.
But there is a flag down back at around the 40-yard line where that play started.
You're right. We'll see what that one is. That's coming back. So that one will not count. That is a hold on Western Boone. Good catch, Graham. Did not see that one at first. But you're absolutely right. Western Boone not going to get that play. Good design. We'll have the highlight here. It was still a heck of a play by Tomes. Potter faked right, then went left and just outracing everybody, but that play is not going to count for Mason Tomes, who would have had, I believe, his first touchdown of the season. And Potter would have had his 3rd passing touchdown this year. So going to go back to the 47-yard line of Crawfordsville. It's 2nd down. And very long right here. It looks like 2nd down and 17.
We'll have to see if Western Boone tries to continue to run the ball on the ground where they've had success, or since it's 2nd and long, maybe try a pass.
We'll see here. They've done it both ways. They've been pretty effective so far throughout this season. Going to hand it off here, and there's another flag, but Jackson's got room to the left side. Stiff arms a man and goes down inside the 10, but again, another flag, so we'll have to see what that one's about. Does not look like it's going to count. Going to be an illegal shift on Western Boone. Maybe had too many men in motion on that play. So twice in a row, Western Boone with big play opportunity, but penalties early on in the play is going to cost them, as they're going to go to 2nd and even longer here, and now actually go back into their own territory.
Western Boone now put in a very difficult position after those 2 penalties. Now it's 2nd and really long.
I think it's going to be 2nd and 27. or 2nd and 22 is what it will be. 2nd and 22 for the Stars. That was a 5-yard penalty. The hold was 10 yards. 2nd and 22. Stars do still have 2 downs before 4th. Burns on the inside, a pretty good gain there. That gets them near the original line of scrimmage and makes this still about 3rd and 11 or 12. Looks like 3rd and 12 is what it'll be. So a 10-yard gain by Cannon Bruins. Still 3rd and 12, but more manageable than if it were 3rd and 22 for the Stars.
I like the play call there from Western Boone. Give it to Cannon, let him go right up the middle and make this 3rd down a lot easier.
Absolutely. Very difficult to tackle Cannon Bruins. We've seen very few teams be able to take him down early. Gets a 10-yard gain and makes it 3rd and 12 for the Stars. Potter going to keep it and try and pass. Goes downfield. Fortner, he's got it! Inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. Marcus Fortner got open and made the catch on a great pass from Brandon Potter. And that gets Western Boone a 1st down into the red zone. With the replay there. Good job by Cannon Bruins as well to pick up the pressure on the left side. I believe it was Keegan Kokel, the junior for Crawfordsville, who had an opportunity, but Bruins got just enough to give Potter time.
Marcus Fortner, great job off the line being able to get open like that, and then Potter finding him.
Holmes with the catch on the outside. Well read by the Athenians there. Keegan Kokel again, one of the guys in on that play. I believe Jacob Russell, the senior, was also in on the tackle. Still managed to get a couple on the outside, so it makes it 2nd and 8. Down to the Crawfordsville 17.
Another very solid drive from the Stars here, and this time they're mixing it up from the run and the pass.
And this one off to Bruins. He's got a very positive gain there, right up the middle. And that one going to make it 3rd and manageable here for the Stars. They get down to around the 11-yard line. So Western Boone here, actually 3rd and 1 right here on the 11. Western Boone trying to score for the 2nd time in this quarter. Potter back to pass, and that one overthrown, incomplete. Fortner was the intended target, just a little high there. Now that makes it 4th down and 1. And I would be a little surprised if the Stars don't go for this one right here. And it does indeed look like the offense will stay out there. We've seen them go for it on longer, like 4th down, and I believe 5 was one of them they went for earlier this season in the 1st game. And trying to convert here to keep the drive alive. 4th and 1 at the 11. Sweep out to Tomes, and he's going to go in! Touchdown, Western Boone! And there is Mason Tomes' first touchdown.
I love the call from Western Boone. Crawfordsville was probably expecting just a power run up the middle on 4th and short. Instead, they toss it outside, and Tomes shows off his speed as he gets to the end zone.
Absolutely. Great call and great execution as well for the toss by Potter and the cut by Tomes. Getting into the end zone. Talbot on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Western Boone with a 14-0 lead with 4:30 in the 1st quarter. Get the highlight on the touchdown, 4th and 1. You mentioned it, Graham, but what a play call it was. To go to Tomes, who was in motion and just slipping past the Athenian defense to go in for a 14-0 Stars lead with 4:30 in the 1st.
That play was successful because of those wide receivers blocking out there for Tomes. All he had to do was make a cut, and at that point, no one was going to catch him with his speed.
Absolutely. The blocking by the Stars has been the thing that's really kept them so good for all these years, both from the offensive line, from the receivers. Even saw it earlier in the drive when Bruins picked up an open defender on the pass from Potter, and that gave the Stars the ability to go down and score the touchdown and give them a 14-0 lead here at home. Stars 2-0, looking for their first conference win of the year. Crawfordsville looking for the same in the first conference matchup. Stars taking care of business, trying to prep for a matchup next week against Tri-West. Got to get through this one first. Doing a good job so far. On the return there inside the 20, and going to be tripped up there. There is another flag down. Solid return there by Ronco, the freshman, for the Athenians, who had the muffed kickoff earlier and had to just fall on it. Gets better field position now as Crawfordsville is going to start around the 27-yard line of Western Boone, but still a tough spot on the field. Although that flag actually now, as I'm speaking, going to push him back. That flag goes against the Athenians. Did not catch if that was a hold or a block in the back, but regardless, a penalty that's going to put him in worse field position now.
It was a hold on Crawfordsville, and that hurts because now they're backed up again inside the 20, just like they were on the last drive.
Absolutely, and Western Boone has been relentless so far on both sides of the ball, outside of a couple of nice plays from the Crawfordsville offense on the last drive, so we'll see if Stars can do it again. Patton going to go to the outside, and it's caught, making a cut. Nice move there to get inside the 32, around the 32-yard line. That was Ashton Wilson, the senior, gets a first down. That's another good drive opener for the Athenians. You see there, ended up cutting and made Dylan Sheets slip a little bit, and that was enough for him to get the first down inside the 30 to the 34-yard line.
A lot of cushion out there for Crawfordsville, just a quick throw and then let the receiver do the work.
Do it again here, same play, although this one read much better by Western Boone. Saw there on the outside. It was Sheets who made the play. It was the same combo on offense. It was Patton and Wilson, but Dylan Sheets this time didn't slip and made the tackle. 3-yard gain on first down.
A really solid tackle there from Sheets, not letting his receiver make a move and get around him and keep it for minimal yards.
Making a 4-yard gain there on 2nd and 6. Quick hand up to the left. Actually kept it himself and went nowhere. That's a sack right there for Cannon Bruins. Also in the facility was Carter Markham. And that play is just going to take him back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
It almost looked like he wanted to pitch that to the running back, Blake, but then the Western Boone defense got right up the middle and blew up that play immediately.
Yeah, it looked like something might have gone wrong on that play a little bit. 4-yard loss makes it 3rd and 10. Quick whistle here. And a timeout taken by Crawfordsville here. So Athenians wanting to discuss what to do here on 3rd and long, trying not to fall too far behind in this game. So while they do that, we're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be right back with WBTV Sports in a moment.
Defender Pilot Service is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Ron Mahoy is a graduate of Western Boone and the owner. He is the right choice to keep you and your oversized loads safe on the highways. Veteran-owned and a retired law enforcement officer, Ron has been dedicated to serving our country and community for his entire life. Give him a call at 765-336-9015 or send him an email at defenderpilotservice@gmail.com.
WBTV would like to give a special thanks to Nick Throkeld for being a longtime sponsor of the Western Boone Radio TV class. And just like Nick's dedication to Western Boone, he's dedicated to making sure all your insurance needs are taken care of. Give Nick a call at Ellinger Riggs Insurance for all your
going deep downfield on 3rd and long. That pass is incomplete. Had to cut in real quick there. pass downfield falls just short. And Crawfordsville now stuck on a 4th and long situation once again.
Crawfordsville tried to go deep there on that 3rd and long, and it just fell a little bit short of their receiver. Now a big play here on 4th down and 10.
Looks like they might be punted away there. That was McLemore for the Athenians. Well, regardless of what they were going to do there, going to be a false start. It looks like the Stars celebrated like it was, and it is indeed a false start. That puts them back 5 more yards. So McLemore, I believe, was the intended receiver there. Might have had trouble tracking the ball. Falls incomplete. And now 4th and 15 after the penalty. Feels like the Athenians, no choice but to just go ahead and punt this one away, and that is what they're going to do. A very short punt right there. Although it rolls, ended up a little better than it looked originally. Gets to the Stars' 47-yard line, but it's a 3rd time that they're going to end up on offense starting. And very good field position there.
And so far, the Crawfordsville defense hasn't really had an answer for anything Western Boone throws at them, whether it's a run up the middle, jet sweep, or pass downfield. So we'll see if Crawfordsville's defense can tighten up here and hold the Stars without any points.
Very tough so far for Crawfordsville on defense. Just looks like the Stars have been a little more explosive so far, maybe a little quicker on the ground. And calling very good plays as well, mixing it up. You got jet sweeps, you got tosses, you got passes downfield by Potter, and especially when you got a QB who can pass it downfield like Brandon Potter, opens things up a lot more. So 1st down and 10, and might get motion there. I believe that's what they're going to get. Illegal motion on Western Boone. They're going to back it up 5 yards and make it 1st and 15. Last week, when the Stars took on the Western Panthers, not a lot of penalties, but this week definitely a few more.
Yeah, so far in this game, both sides with quite a few penalties to start this game. We'll see if they can improve on that as the game goes on. Maybe just a little bit of jitters maybe to start the game here for both sides.
Absolutely, and Western Boone had 2 big plays that were wiped out because of penalties. Didn't matter in the end as the Stars did go down and score later on that drive, but had a potential to get a little earlier. 1st and 15 here. Potter going back to pass, going to go way downfield. This one is incomplete. Over the head of his intended target, Carson Saunders. And Marcus Fortner was also in the general area. That one looked closer to Saunders, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage, but a little overthrown there. So 2nd and 15 now for Western Boone on their 3rd offensive drive of the game.
The nice thing about that, though, Blake, even though the pass fell incomplete, the offensive line gave Potter plenty of time to be able to see downfield. So in the future, when those receivers do get open, he'll be able to make those throws.
Absolutely. Bruins to the right side, and a good stuff there by Crawfordsville. Only going to pick up a couple of yards. 3rd down, and it looks like about 12 is what this one's going to end up being for the Stars. 2nd time they've been stuck in a 3rd and long situation. So far, they had the 3rd down and 10. They passed downfield from Potter to Fortner, and then this one. See if they can do something similar. If Crawfordsville can get a stop, it'd be a big one for them here in the 1st quarter, trying to get back into this one. Potter looking downfield again. Another pass. This one on target and caught for the 1st down inside the 40-yard line. That is Carter Markham, the senior, for Western Boone, as he gets down to the 38-yard line. What a play for the Stars when they needed it most on that drive.
An excellent pass from Potter, stepped up into the pocket, delivered an on-target throw to his receiver to move the sticks again on a 3rd and long.
See here, get the replay. Good blocks. Nobody had any chance of getting to him, including Wyatt Dickey and Corden Bush, the tackles for the Stars. Nobody could get any pressure on the edge. Bruins first down still going. Heck of a carry there for what looked like was going to be about 5 yards. Stumbles all the way inside the 30-yard line and goes to the 29 to make it 2nd and 1 now for Western Boone.
Again, Brune's just showing that power on those plays. Those plays that look like it might only be a 4 or 5 yard gain, he keeps churning those legs and pushing forward for those extra yards.
2nd down and 1 here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Stars lead, looking to extend it here. Potter back to pass, quick pressure, gets it off in the middle. Bruins with room, makes the cut, goes into the end zone. What a play by Cannon Bruins. Touchdown, Western Boone. Holy cow, what a play there.
That was an excellent play, Blake. They kind of hid Cannon Bruins, and then once they gave him the ball, he had like 4 or 5 blockers in front, and there was really nothing Crawfordsville could do about it as he found his way to the end zone.
Kokel was the guy on the edge for Crawfordsville, tried to get the pressure, and Brandon Potter made an excellent decision to get it to Bruins, and you mentioned it, by the time it went into his hands, there were many blockers downfield for him, and he made great cuts and got into the end zone for a 20-0 Stars lead here in quarter number 1. There is a flag down. We'll see what this one is all about. Offside on Crawfordsville, so that's not going to help him either. See if the Stars change their mind about things based on that penalty. It does not look like it. It looks like they will decline the penalty and just go for the extra point. .43 seconds left in this first quarter, and the Stars have a 20-point lead over the Athenians. 3 straight touchdown drives. Extra point is good. 21-0. Western Boone on top here in quarter number 1. We'll get the replay here. And you see there, Bruins had plenty of guys in front of him. Made the cut. That was a heck of a play there by him. Gadbury also was downfield for a block, and so was, I believe it was Gavin Prickett, if I'm not mistaken, for the Stars to make the blocks, cut right, cut back left, and what a play by Western Boone to take a 21-0 lead.
As you mentioned earlier, Blake, why Western Boone is saw the offensive line do their job at the line of scrimmage, and then all of the receivers and linemen running downfield to block their guys to get Cannon Bruins into the end zone.
Absolutely. 43 seconds in the first quarter, and the Stars with a 21-point lead. Pretty much as good of a start as the Stars could have had, other than a couple of penalties on their second touchdown drive, but in the end it didn't matter. They ended up getting into the end zone. Stars lead this one 21-0, taking care of business. Crawfordsville scratching their heads, wondering what they can do to try and get back into this one.
Crawfordsville just has to settle in and hopefully get a drive going here to get some momentum heading back their way.
Absolutely. Going down 3 scores against this Western Boone defense. Very difficult to manage. Muffed again on the play there, but picked up. Going to the left side and tackled at around the 20-yard line. That was Ronco again. Maddox Ronco, he's had all 3 of the kickoff returns so far. And it's going to be right at the 20-yard line, so take 80 yards between the Athenians and the end zone right here.
The field position game has been a big part early in this one, as Western Boone has started every single drive with excellent field position, as Crawfordsville every drive so far has been backed inside their own 20, which is very difficult to drive all the way down the field against this Western Boone defense.
Absolutely, and they got so many playmakers on that defense, and we've seen them, Crawfordsville, make a couple of good plays on offense so far. Just haven't been able to capitalize on the later downs. It's first down where they've made their due, and then second and third, some mistakes have been made. And that's why they haven't been able to get a drive going. 36 seconds here in the first quarter. Stars up 21-0. Pitch out to the left side. And read beautifully by Western Boone. Not going to get much there.
Western Boone sniffed out that play from the beginning. By the time he got to the outside, almost the entire team was over there to rally and make that tackle. There was nowhere to go for Crawfordsville.
Absolutely. Going to pick up 2 yards on that play. Down to about 10 seconds left in the quarter. Would be a little surprised if the Athenians even run a play to end the quarter here. It does not look like they're going to. The trainers are going out on the field. Quarter number 1 ends. Western Boone has matched their point total from last week in 1 quarter here. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, 21-0 lead. We're going to
Since 1901, Home National Bank has been part of our community. Through the years, Home National Bank has strived to meet all financial needs of their customers. Home National Bank has 2 convenient locations in Thorntown and Lebanon.
The MacDonald Realty Group is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Give Matt and the rest of his Talk to Tucker team a call for all your real estate needs. Proudly serving all of Central Indiana with offices in Zionsville. Go with the experienced team. Go with the MacDonald Realty Group.
welcome back here, Stars and Athenians flipping sides of the field right now. 21-0 Western Boone lead here at home. Big game next week versus Tri-West. No doubt the Stars knew they couldn't look ahead. Needed to first take care of business versus the Athenians, and so far, at least going off that first quarter, they've done a pretty good job. See if they can keep it up.
Yeah, a textbook start for Western Boone, doing it on all phases of the game, defense, offense, and special teams.
That one snapped, not expected there, and gonna fall on it.
Crawfordsville very fortunate there. Western Boone could have easily had the ball inside their own 20, getting ready to score again.
That was Braden Heights, number 40 on the recovery. Wasn't sure if that was a play intended to go directly to him or if it was meant to still go to Patton, but clearly a miscommunication on that play. And that's going to set up 3rd and 12 now, a 4-yard loss there. Patton back looking, has pressure, gets away at first, but can't get away again. That right there, number 12, Drew Gott for Western Boone on the tackle, just is going to get back to, I believe, the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, 4th down and 10. So a 2-yard gain, but not much more. Had a couple of good cuts on that play, did Patton, but not able to get enough. 4th and 10. And it looks like the Athenians likely going to punt it away again.
That was a great play by Drew Gott. Had his eyes on the quarterback at all times. As soon as he took off to run, he was on him.
So back to punt again as Patton goes to the right side. That one not going to travel as far on the ground as the first one. And you mentioned it earlier, Graham, and it happens again. Western Boone with excellent field position for the 4th straight drive.
Yeah, for this drive, Weibo only will have to go 40 yards to find the end zone.
Have not had a drive in this game so far. Anywhere, definitely not inside their own 30. Might not even have one inside their own 40 just yet. And so Brandon Potter and the gang go back out for another drive. 10:28 to go in quarter 1. 1st and 10, Western Boone at their own 40. Trying to extend their lead. And that one pitched to the left side to Jackson. Got a little tricky there. Had McKeegan in motion. Potter kept it for a second, then gave it to Jackson, and it goes for a few yards. So a good stop on the first play. Still gets 3 yards to make it 2nd and 7 for Western Boone.
A delayed pitch there from Potter. When he does get it off, a little bit more room for Western Boone, and they manage to make it a positive gain.
Potter back again on 2nd and 7 here. Going to keep it. Quick throw to the left side. Was it caught? Nope. Going to say juggled and incomplete to Fortner. A little wide there on the pass. And makes it 3rd and 7 now for Western Boone. Potter just a tiny bit off target there. And Stars with the 3rd and intermediate situation here.
Fortner with a bit of an inside track there. Potter was going more towards the outside, maybe just a bit of a miscommunication. We'll see if Western Boone can convert on 3rd down.
And fumbled the snap for a second there. The pass incomplete. Might have thrown off the whole play. Potter a little short on it. Marcus Fortner had separation on that play, but might have been affected by the fumbled snap for a second there. Potter was able to do a good job to pick it up and at least throw it away, but it could have been a big play there.
I completely agree, Blake. Fortner was running wide open down the middle of the field, but the play off to a bit of a rough start just kind of threw everything off for the Stars. So Crawfordsville gets a huge stop there on 3rd down.
Absolutely. And so, timeout taken. I believe it was by Western Boone. Or that was by Crawfordsville, rather. Crawfordsville took the timeout there. So, a couple of positive plays in a row for Crawfordsville. A 3-yard stop, incomplete pass, incomplete pass. Stars with a 21-0 lead. Crawfordsville just trying to do whatever they can right now. Brandon Potter's back on the field, so looks like there's a shot they might go for this one here. It certainly looks like it, based on the offensive unit going out there.
I was about to say I was anxious to see if they were going to try to punt and pin Crawfordsville deep again or go for it, but it looks like the Stars will be going for it here on this 4th down and 7. This would be a critical play for Crawfordsville to get off the field.
Now inside the 40, 4th and 7. Potter keeps it going downfield. That one incomplete. Tip nearly picked off. Now you can credit number 17, Jordan Shrout, the senior for Crawfordsville, for making the play there. Talbot was open for the Stars, and not exactly an off-target throw, but tipped away and incomplete. And Crawfordsville gets a big play they needed on defense to get the ball back, trying to get back into this one. And they're going to, oddly enough, Graham, after a 4th down stop is now when they get their best field position of the game.
That is true, Blake. So Crawfordsville, maybe they can get something going on this offensive drive now that they're not facing the pressure deep inside their own 20.
At their own 37-yard line, trying to get into enemy territory for the first time today. Quick pass to the outside. That one is caught on the outside. Not going to go for very much. And
as you can see, Crawfordsville on 1st down, a majority of their plays on these 1st downs, every time they have the ball, they do a quick throw to like those sidelines or a slant towards the middle. And each and every time, Western Boone seems to be sniffing it out better, and the gains continue to get less and less.
Didn't quite catch who had the catch for Crawfordsville there on 2nd down and 7 now. Patton going back, limited time, but goes deep, has a man wide open, going into the end zone. Touchdown, Crawfordsville. And that one right there to Ethan McClemore. And earlier had the missed play. That one, it just got wide open and an on-target pass by Caden Patton. The first big mistake by the Stars defense today. And Crawfordsville gets a touchdown.
I love the play call from Crawfordsville. They've started the game with all those short throws. Western Boone probably anticipating another short pass. Instead, they send someone right up the middle and they beat them over the top. And after that, there was no one left back there for Western Boone as they streaked to the end zone.
I believe that was about 60 yards here. The extra point kick, that one up and good. That was 33, Ryan Miller, the senior. Let's take a look here. Yeah, about at their own 40. Wide open man. Great throw there. Saw Talbot and Tomes got beat on that play. Clemmore with the speed and the first very big play for Crawfordsville as they get on the board.
Two huge plays from Crawfordsville there. Firstly, on their defense, stopping Western Boone on that big 4th down play, and then they immediately get rewarded by their offense as they do a deep pass down the middle.
Absolutely, and you got to credit Caden Patton, the quarterback, for a beautiful on-target pass. But of course, obviously, when you have a guy open like McClemmore, definitely had a good opportunity there, took advantage, in-stride throw, touchdown. Athenians, and they get a touchdown, trying to claw back into this one after Western Boone had a 21-point first quarter. See how the Stars respond offensively and defensively.
Crawfordsville, again, couldn't really ask for a better start to this quarter compared to the last as they get a defensive stop and a quick touchdown.
Kickoff here. First kickoff by Crawfordsville since opening kickoff. Fortner on the outside. Pretty good return. Gets away from a tackle and gets still going near the 50-yard line. A very good return by Marcus Fortner. Broke a tackle and gets near midfield for Western Boone.
Again, Western Boone winning on the special teams. Both kickoffs have been huge returns for the Stars, as this one is all the way up near the 50-yard line.
Big play by Fortner. He's had now a couple in this game. He had the big catch on Western Boone's second touchdown drive to keep it alive. And we'll see what they can do. Western Boone at their own 49, just on the brink of Crawfordsville territory. Suffer second there, man. Out there too quick for Crawfordsville. Good handoff there by Jacob Smith, number 33 on the carry. Very solid run. And they get 9 yards there. Smith, the sophomore for Western Boone, has had a couple of nice carries in the first few games and has one there to get into Athenians territory down to the Crawfordsville 42-yard line.
Yeah, Western Boone with the bunch formation there. They just use those offensive linemen to push Smith across for the 9-yard gain.
Into him again. A lot of room there. Another good play. He's still going and gets to around the 25-yard line. Another great play by the Western Boone offense. And Jacob Smith with both carries on this drive. 26 yards combined.
An excellent play by Smith there, fending off those initial tacklers and then keeping his balance to get those few extra yards to get it near the 25-yard line.
Braden Heights was the guy who eventually made the tackle for Crawfordsville after a couple of missed ones. And now at the 26, they're actually going to call this first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Handed to him again. Solid play there.
That time there was a Crawfordsville defender down. He had to leap over him to get around and get those yards. Very athletic play again from Smith. He has had 3 super productive plays here for the Stars.
Absolutely. This has been his drive so far. Haven't seen Cannon Bruins out there on this drive. Might be giving him a little bit of a rest, and Jacob Smith's doing a good job in his place. Fresh legs in the backfield. Second down and 7. Pitch over to Tomes. Broke away and gets down near the 10-yard line. Going to be, I believe, around the 11 is where they'll mark it for another Western Boone first down. Getting now into the red zone. Western Boone's had now, this is their 5th drive on offense. The first 3 ended in touchdowns. Last one, of course, ended with the turnover on downs with the incomplete play on 4th down.
Western Boone really keeping the Crawfordsville defense on their toes, pitching it to the outside and running up the middle.
Hand up to Luke Jackson. He's had a couple of nice carries so far in this game. Inside the 5-yard line. Gets to around the 4. Senior for the Stars.
Every time Western Boone has handed that ball off, they have gained positive yards. That offensive line has done an excellent job in this game, creating those open lanes for those running backs to hit and go.
Absolutely down to officially looks like the 4-yard line. Potter kept it himself, and that one's going to go nowhere. Quick sack on the outside there. And a good play there for the sack.
That time, Crawfordsville with great penetration. As soon as they saw Potter keep that football, they were on him immediately and get that tackle for loss.
Back to their own, or to the Athenian 6-yard line. Officially 3rd and 4 here. Pitch it out to the outside. Clyde McKeegan, oh, what a play, what a tackle there by Ethan McClemore, who had the touchdown catch earlier, now making the play on special teams, or on defense rather.
That was an excellent play by him. Clyde obviously with lots of speed, but he could not get around that Crawfordsville defender as he made an excellent play on the ball.
Clyde had the big play earlier on the first drive, which led to the Brandon Potter touchdown run. And the thing that made me stumble was that the Western Boone special teams unit is out on the field, not going to go for it on 4th down, going to take the points if they can convert. Philip Talbot going for his first field goal of the season. Kick is up, and it is no good. Pushed it wide right. And the Stars for the 2nd drive in a row end with 0 points. That one a promising drive, not able to convert.
And you have to go back to that play by Ethan McClemore as he made that tackle for loss, and that resulted in Western Boone resulting in them having to try to kick that field goal instead of going for it on a 4th and short. It was 4th and long.
Absolutely. He's been really a top guy so far for the Athenians. McClemore with the 60-yard touchdown catch, had a couple other catches as well, and making the big play on 3rd down to force a missed field goal by Western Boone.
Now we'll see if Crawfordsville will be able to go down and score again, as that would really change the trajectory of this game.
Absolutely, we definitely push the momentum in their direction. That one intercepted! Never mind what we were saying. Dylan Sheets for the touchdown. Pick 6 for Western Boone. And the trajectory right back for Western Boone on that play.
Yeah, you couldn't be more right there, Blake. A bit of a miscommunication there from Crawfordsville. The receiver was going more downfield. Their quarterback threw it more towards the sideline. And Dylan Sheets read that perfectly, got the interception, and the rest, he just took it to the house. No one left there for Crawfordsville to try to make the tackle.
Absolutely. What a play. What a cut there by Dylan Sheets. Had a big pass breakup in week 1. That another huge play, the pick 6 to put the Stars back on the board. And any momentum the Athenians might have had might have just gone away right there. 28-7, Western Boone now back in the lead. You see, we'll get the replay here. And Patton maybe just misread that. His receiver fell down. Sam Minute, the junior, he fell down on the play. Sheets made the interception and got all the way in. Nobody was in front of him.
Yeah, that Crawfordsville receiver I don't think was expecting the pass. By the time he turned around and tried to get back to it, he slipped and fell, and then Dylan Sheets made a perfect play on the ball and went to the end zone.
20-yard pick 6 by Dylan Sheets. What a play there by the sophomore for Western Boone. 28-7, 5 minutes exactly in quarter number 2. Athenians, after a couple of positive drives on offense and defense with the touchdown to McClemore, and then getting to stop to force a field goal, which ended up being no good for Western Boone. And even after all that, the Athenians still end up giving up a touchdown. And they go down 21 for the 2nd time in this game. 28-7, Western Boone up in the 2nd quarter with 5 minutes left. So Talbot out for the kickoff. He's been very solid on these kickoffs so far. It's another good one. This one brought in, going to the right side, getting some room. Oh, what a hit! Philip Talbot himself, the guy who kicked the ball away, is the one who made the tackle, and a big one for Western Boone.
An excellent tackle from Philip Talbot. Crawfordsville found that hole, and then boom, exploded
And there you go. Solid enough field position for the Athenians to work with, but man, what a tackle there by Talbot. 1st and 10. Athenians get it at their own 34-yard line.
Crawfordsville just has to try to forget about that last drive, reset, and get down the field and try to score again.
Absolutely, especially Caden Patton, the quarterback who threw the interception there. Definitely got to get it out of his mind for the Athenians. That one overthrown.
Dylan Sheets nearly again with the interception. Had his hands right there. It was just over his hands. He almost had another pick for the Stars.
Pass was intended for Ashton Wilson. It was overthrown. And you said it, Sheets there again, as well as Drew Gott in the area for Western Boone. Could have been a disaster once again for Crawfordsville, because there really wasn't anybody in front of either Gott or Sheets on that play. Gonna just take it and run up the middle. Not gonna get much though. Patton was there. Several stars in the area. Philip Talbot, Xander Venus. I believe I also saw Evan Allen out there for the Stars in the pile. Gonna pick up a couple, but makes it 3rd down and 8.
That play did not fool the Stars. They had receivers out wide both ways, and they tried to disguise it as Patton went up the middle, but the Stars were not fooled and got an excellent group tackle.
3rd down here, nearing 4 minutes. And it looks like jump off sides there by Western Boone. I believe Allen was the one who jumped. And it does help out Crawfordsville, makes it now a 3rd down and 3. So much more manageable, but still a huge play regardless. Western Boone, for the most part, has tightened up on 3rd down in this game. Back to pass, Patton going over to the side, broken up by Sheets. Another big play.
Patton had pressure in his face from that Western Boone defensive line, causing that throw to be a little bit offline, and it was beautifully broken up again by the Stars.
McClemore was the intended target. Might be a flag here. My mistake there. 4th and 3, under 4 minutes. A little bit fascinating. What do the Athenians do? Patton is the punter and the quarterback, so you never really know. He's punted it most of the time in these situations. He is going to keep it. He's going to run it. Going to go nowhere. Western Boone gets it on downs. Luke Jackson made the big hit, but you got to give Evan Allen credit for getting the initial tug on Patton. And Western Boone now in excellent field position again due to great plays by Evan Allen and Luke Jackson. On 4th down, they'll get it at the Crawfordsville 40 once again.
You said it, Blake. Evan Allen there deserves a lot of credit. He was not fooled by that Crawfordsville run by the quarterback. He immediately got to him and brought him to the ground.
Absolutely. Not the worst design play either. Just a really good play by the defenders, Allen and Jackson. Quick handoff here is to Bruins, back in on offense. Going to around the 35-yard line. He's been the workhorse for the first few drives, and then you saw Jacob Smith got a lot of carries on the last drive, as well as Luke Jackson. Now Bruins and Talbot leave the field, and on goes Jacob Smith.
Bruin's strength is just a big thing for him, is his ability to just fall forward for those couple extra yards on what seems like every play.
2nd down and 5 at the 35-yard line. 3:18 to go. Potter looks to the outside, going to get it to McKeegan, but that one read very well there. Nice play.
Yeah, that was an excellent play by Crawfordsville. They read that beautifully. They knew that that pass was going over to that side, and he was tackled immediately after the catch.
3rd down and 5 here. And pass was a little bit high, but McKeegan had room initially, but a good play there on the outside. Jacob Smith with the carry on 3rd down and 5. Gets the 1st down. Gets more. Big play for the Stars near the 20-yard line, getting towards the red zone again. And there was never a doubt on that play. Smith was going to get it, and he gets the big play for the first.
Jacob Smith has been super impressive to start this game. All of his carries have been super productive for the Stars.
Fortner leaving the field, so is McKeegan for the Stars. See some of the guys in there, including Carter Markham, Carson Saunders. What has Western Boone got here? Smith in the backfield again. Potter under center. Hands it off. And not going to get much there. It was Smith, the ball carrier. Actually gets a better gain than I initially looked from my angle. Gets down to the 20-yard line and puts the Stars in the red zone once again. Second down and 8 officially here. Might be closer to 7. And whistles blow here. Timeout called.
It seems to be there's another flag down on the play.
Or flag down, rather. I did not see that. My apologies. Graham, this is your first broadcast. You've already got better field vision than I do, to be completely honest with you. There have been like 2 or 3 times that that's happened. I have not seen it. That one going to put the Stars back, though. Might have been another false start for the Stars. They've had a couple of those tonight. Even with all the excitement, a couple of mistakes, but they are still up 28-7. A minute 33 to go in quarter number 2. It'll be interesting to see, do the Stars keep it on the ground and try and waste some time and make sure Crawfordsville does not get the ball back with an opportunity to go down the field? Or do they just go for the touchdown as soon as they can? Western Boone's been able to execute in that field. Handoff here is to Luke Jackson, who makes an impressive play to get down to the 15-yard line. Gets maybe a couple yards shy of the first down mark, but gets, after a third, or what was a second down and 13, gets the Stars 3rd and 2 now at the Crawfordsville 15.
That was an excellent run by Luke Jackson, avoiding those arm tackles at the beginning and then just churning those legs and getting a very manageable 3rd down here for the Stars.
Potter under center, under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Tomes once again on the sweep. But can he get in there? Gets down, goes out of bounds at around the 6-yard line. 47 seconds left. Stars will have 1st and goal.
It looked like Crawfordsville had kind of sniffed out that play, but Carter Markham had an excellent block on the outside, allowing for Tomes to cut upfield and get that 1st down and set up the Stars for 1st and goal.
6-yard line is where the Stars will start on 1st and goal, trying to get into the 30s here, point-wise. Crawfordsville desperately needing a stop now. Handoff is to Luke Jackson, and he's in there! Touchdown, Western Boone! What a run by Luke Jackson. Ball carrier out of the backfield. Brandon Potter looked at him for a second there on the play, and he knew almost immediately, even before Jackson got into that one, was going to end up a touchdown, and the Stars go up 34-7 with 40 seconds left in the quarter. Talbot's PAT up and good after the missed field goal earlier, so gets another kick on the board. 35-7. We'll get through the replay on the touchdown. What a cut.
An excellent cut from Luke Jackson, and then once he gets to that goal line, there's Crawfordsville guys on him, but he just fights and gets that ball over the plane for the touchdown.
40 seconds left. Luke Jackson with another impressive play. Stars up 35-7 here. Last week, 21 versus the Western Panthers. Week before that, 35 versus Sheridan. So in one half, the Western Boone offense has matched what they got 2 weeks ago, although some of that does have to do with Dylan Sheets' pick 6 to swing things back in the Stars' favor after a couple of good plays by Crawfordsville. Gave him a shot, but the pick 6 by Dylan Sheets really has swung things back for Western Boone. They've gone on to score 14 unanswered after scoring the first 21 in this game.
Yeah, Western Boone, all three running backs have been super impressive tonight, whether it's been Bruins, Jackson, or Smith. They have all had terrific runs for Western Boone in this first half.
If there's one thing you say about the Stars, they certainly don't lack depth on their roster. Kickoff here by Talbot. Muffed for the third time, and just going to have to fall on it is Maddox Ronco. He's had 3 kickoffs muffed so far in this game, having a lot of trouble fielding him here.
Yeah, and sadly for Crawfordsville, that's going to make it really hard for their chances to try to go get some points before this half ends, as they are backed inside their own 10 again.
Yeah, absolutely. Might have taken a big return on that play. Might have been what it would have taken for the Athenians to really have a shot here. I would be a little surprised if they do anything too wild right here.
I completely agree, Blake. I feel like this just has to be a run to have this clock go down and just go into the half, regroup, and hope to come out in the second half better.
Absolutely. It feels like that's what the Athenians will do here. Patton is back there for the Athenians. Just going to hand it off as expected. That run not going to pick up a whole lot there. That was number 40, Braden Heights. Looks like Western Boone might have called a timeout here. So Western Boone, knowing they have potential to try, if they can stop Crawfordsville, to try and get the ball back one last time to try and do some more work offensively and take a quick timeout. 25 seconds left. Took a little while. Definitely heard whistles for a little bit there. Took them a little while to get the timeout in, but
they do adjust the clock to 41 seconds for the Stars. And I do like the timeout call from Western Boone. They have been solid on special teams all night. They're hoping that their defense can get a quick stop, use those timeouts, and then maybe have another opportunity to score before going into the half.
Absolutely. Definitely like the call as well. Western Boone really forcing Crawfordsville to have to get another first down before this half. And at times they've struggled to do that. I would definitely be surprised if Crawfordsville goes with any passes here. You never know. But especially after the last couple of drives, I'd be really surprised if they try and put the ball in harm's way right before the half. Actually up to 51 seconds now. Now back down to 30. Having a little bit of trouble getting the clock here. But because I was a little confused at first because I thought this drive started with 36. So I guess it seems like they have it right now. 31 seconds left. Stars got back 6 seconds, not 26 like it looked like a second ago, but.
And those seconds can be valuable if they can get the stop here and get a quick 3 and out.
Absolutely. And a false start there. Center did not snap the ball. Really, to be completely honest with you, that might be the call of everybody but the center, the rare call.
Yeah, and that's super unfortunate for Crawfordsville because they really needed to get that third down if Western Boone is going to continue to stop the clock and try to score. Now that just makes it that much more difficult as they play into Western Boone's hands.
Second down and 14 here. Handoff here. Pretty good run there. Going to get actually pretty close to the first down. He might have gotten it. That might spell the end of the half here. Let's take a look. It might be a yard short, and that's what it's going to be.
They are going to move the chains, though. It's a very solid spot for Crawfordsville.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that allows for them to just run out this clock and prevent Western Boone from getting the ball back before the half.
Absolutely. Very good run there. Even if it doesn't mean a whole ton in the grand scheme of this game, stopping Western Boone from getting the ball again, very important. So last seconds tick here in the first half, and that'll end it for half number 1. The Western Boone Stars with a 35-7 lead at home, dominating the Crawfordsville Athenians. We'll be back in just a second with the second half of action here on WBTV Sports right after this.
Since 1901, Home National Bank has been part of our community. Through the years, Home National Bank has strived to meet all financial needs of their customers. Home National Bank has 2 convenient locations in Thorntown and Lebanon.
The McDonald Realty Group is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Give Matt and the rest of his Talk to Tucker team a call for all your real estate needs. Proudly serving all of Central Indiana with offices in Zionsville. Go with the experienced team. Go with the McDonald Realty Group.
Whitaker Glass and Mirror, located across from the Lebanon Municipal Building, has been serving the Boone County area for nearly 15 years. Whitaker takes care of windows, specialty glass, mirrors, windshields, and more. Contact Troy and Janie at 765-482-1500 or online at www.whitglass.com.
Hi, I'm Anita B. from Anita B. Beauty, LLC. I'm a registered nurse, proud WeBo grad, fine line tattoo, and microblading artist. I offer 3-inch fine line tattoos starting at $100. Popular designs include birth flowers, loved one's handwriting, and custom design work. Additionally, I offer eyebrow microblading. We are located across from the Lebanon Library at the Glow House, where my business partner, Alita Jackson, offers teeth whitening and spray tans. And don't forget to mention this ad to get $5 off your next service. Go Stars!
Hello, I'm linebacker Kanan Bruins, out to thank Western Boone Youth Football for sponsoring WBTV Sports. Western Boone Youth Football building tomorrow's state champion. Hello, I'm linebacker Kanan Bruins, out to thank Western Boone Youth Football for sponsoring WBTV Sports. Western Boone Youth Football building tomorrow's state champions.
Whether you are a first-time home buyer or a long-time investor, Moody & Company is there to support you throughout the buying and selling process. Give WeBo grad Jordan Moody and his team a call at 765-336-1622. Let Moody & Company take all the stress out of buying or selling your next home.
IGH Steel is a local family-owned company that provides all of your metal cutting, powder coating, fabricating, and even all your welding needs. IGH Steel has been serving Central Indiana since 2009. Give Scott, Penny, John, and Jim Nyrider a call at 765-482-7534. That's IGH Steel.
If your car's not running like it should, make sure you bring it to Beasley Automotive, located at 321 South Front Street in Thorntown. Locally owned by WeBo grad Brayton Beasley, that's Beasley Automotive and Performance Repair.
Welcome back, everybody. Western Boone versus Crawfordsville. It's a 35-7 lead at the half for the Stars, taking care of business. They opened the game with 3 straight touchdown drives, 21 unanswered. Crawfordsville made a stop on a Western Boone drive. They had a 60-yard touchdown pass from their quarterback, Caden Patton, to receiver Ethan McClemore. And it looked like maybe they had a little bit of momentum after a stop again on 3rd down and then a missed field goal by the Stars. But then the pick 6 thrown, Graham, that's really what changed the momentum again. Patton with the pick 6, and the Stars have had 14 unanswered since then.
I completely agree, Blake. That would have been a huge drive for Crawfordsville if they could have gone down and gotten some points, but instead Western Boone's defense makes an excellent play with the pick 6.
Absolutely. That was Dylan Sheets on the play. A lot of notable Stars players so far tonight. Brandon Potter with another solid game at QB. Cannon Bruins just running guys over once again. Jacob Smith and Luke Jackson doing so as well out of the backfield. Western Boone offensive line with guys like Gavin Prickett, obviously Maddox Gadbury, Wyatt Dickey. These guys have done a really good job so far tonight. And Marcus Fortner with another big game receiving for the Stars so far. He had a big play on Western Boone's second drive to keep it alive, and it led to a touchdown. So Stars up 35-7, trying to get out of the second half clean and get ready for next week versus Tri-West, but there's still another good half of football here on WBTV Sports. Real quick while we're here, try and get you some scores within the Sagamore Conference. Very important for both of these teams. Speaking of Tri-West, who Western Boone has home next week, they have a 42-0 lead at the half over Frankfort. So they're getting in position as well. That's a big game next week. That could ultimately be what decides the conference later on in the season between those two teams. Halftime between North Montgomery and Southmont, 16-7, North Montgomery lead, 9 points over the Mounties. Obviously Stars here 35-7. And at the half, Lebanon leads Danville 7-6. Tight game there. 2 other very important teams in the conference. Danville got the win over Lebanon last year, and it really hurt Lebanon in the conference standings. Lebanon likely lost out on a share of the Sagamore Conference title because they lost to Danville, as they were able to take care of business versus Tri-West last year. But ultimately, losing to Western Boone and Danville cost them a chance to get a share of that title. So, very important game for both teams, Lebanon wanting to avenge that loss last year. Western Boone will have Danville later in the year. I believe that is the second to last week before the Stars host the Tigers in the final regular season game.
As you said, Blake, Western Boone just wants to get out of this game clean, no injuries or anything like that, and get ready for a huge matchup against Tri-West next week. But again, you never know what can happen in these types of games, so they have to keep their heads in the game and finish off this second half against Crawfordsville.
Absolutely. Here we go. Second half. Philip Talbot with the kickoff. Crawfordsville gets the ball. Fielded cleanly there. Trying to cut inside. Oh, what a tackle there. Some of the guys in there for Western Boone. One of them, Jacob Smith, who had the impressive first half at the running back position. So, thankfully, no injuries so far in this game. That is a good sign so far. Had a couple of minor ones last week. Cannon Bruins had what turned out to be a cramp last week, and certainly, obviously, always hope everybody's all right. Thankfully, it was just a cramp for him. He came back in the game and put up a very good performance, which helped the Stars win that game against Western, who currently are tied in their game going on as well. Quick pass over by Patton, and it's caught only for a few yards, but a positive play. Braden Heights with the catch, number 40 for the Athenians.
Mason Tomes there with an excellent tackle. Read that play instantly. As soon as Crawfordsville caught that ball, he immediately brought them to the ground.
Solid gain still, though, by the Athenians, trying to get something going here on the first drive of the second half. It's 2nd and 4. Looking around as Patton has some time, goes way down the field, and that one going to be a flag there. Might be pass interference. We'll see. And that one's 4. I didn't see a ton of contact there. but I believe that's what they're going to call, likely because it didn't look like he really got his head turned. That was Brennan Bivens, the freshman for Western Boone. Already seeing some of the younger guys out there for Western Boone. Still see some of the guys like Dylan Sheets as well, but we'll see. That'll get Crawfordsville first down. Isn't a spot foul at the high school level like it is in later levels of football, but still a solid pickup on the play there, and it gets first down for Crawfordsville at their own 46-yard line. Carry there, and not going anywhere is Heights once again. A whole host of stars in on that one. Holmes among them.
Yeah, Blake. Western Boone completely blew up that play. As soon as he got the ball on that handoff, the penetration from that defensive line busted through that offensive line and immediately got him to the ground.
Absolutely. It makes it 2nd and 13 now for Western Boone on defense, trying to stop Crawfordsville again. And a solid gain there. Good pass. Quick one from Patton over to his target, McClemore, who's made a lot of big plays so far in this game.
He has been the go-to receiver so far in this game for Crawfordsville. His ability to get off that line of scrimmage quickly on those passes has helped his quarterback out a lot.
Absolutely. Solid pickup, 10-yard gain. 3rd and 3 into Stars territory on the first drive of the second half. Patton takes it himself, looks left, now throws, and that one is, looked like it was incomplete right there. Intended for number 7, Ashton Wilson, unable to make the catch on the low throw. 4th down and 3, and I'd be a little surprised if Crawfordsville doesn't go for it right here in a dire situation, down 28.
I agree, Blake. This is like a must-go-for-it situation here for Crawfordsville, trying to claw their way back into this game here in the second half.
We'll see what they end up doing. Patton is both the quarterback and punter, so we'll see for sure. Looks like they're going to go for it. Man in motion, and they do. Patton overthrown, incomplete. McClemore was the intended man. He was in motion. Overthrown, incomplete. And Western Boone takes over.
I do like the play call from Crawfordsville there. A designed rollout to get one of their best receivers open. He was open on that play, but it was just slightly overthrown, and Western Boone will take over.
Absolutely not a bad call there, but incomplete on the play, and Western Boone with another turnover on downs. 10:04 left in the third quarter. About 2 minutes off the clock. Ends up in another turnover for Crawfordsville. McKeegan on the jet sweep, goes to the left side. Solid pickup there. Still going! What a run there. There was a flag thrown in on that play. We'll see what that one goes for. So it's Clyde McKeegan, who's had a couple of nice plays so far.
Yeah, right there on that play, he showed his speed there on the outside, got that angle, and was able to get the first down, unless this flag ends up bringing that play back.
And it sure looks like that's what it's going to end up being. And Western Boone backing up here. Might have been a hold on the play. We'll get the full confirmation here, and that is what it is. Holding on Western Boone. Didn't quite catch who it was in the mix of that play, but what was a really solid play taken away. Western Boone going to have to move back once again.
We've seen those penalties for Western Boone there in that first half, but it didn't really end up costing them as they were still able to find the end zone. We'll see if they can do the same here in this half.
Well, the position of the ball is still around the same spot. A little interesting there. Bruins with the carry. Gets near the first down mark. Might have gotten it, depending on the spot. A little confusing there. Flag again. A little confusing there on the last call, as might have been a spot foul from where the penalty took place on the last one, so that might explain what happened there.
Yeah, you're spot on with that one, Blake. Since the holding penalty was farther downfield, that 10-yard penalty didn't push them back as what it would have been if it was on the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. We'll see what this one's for. It was in the pile late in the play. Personal foul goes against Crawfordsville, and that gives Western Boone a first down, so not the move that Crawfordsville really needed there. Pushes them back once again. Western Boone with a first down all the way down to the Athenian 29-yard line is where this one goes to. Potter hands it off here to Jacob Smith. Another nice run by Jacob Smith. Pile getting pushed forward, but they blow it dead right there. And it looks like it would have ended right there anyway.
Jacob Smith has been super impressive throughout this game. It seems like every time he touches the ball, he is getting a solid gang on first, second, or third down.
You got another one right there. Looks like about 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Under 9 minutes in the third quarter here. Stars lead it 35-7, trying to extend it and get into the end zone again. At their own 20, so right inside the red zone now. Potter going to keep it, looking to the end zone. It's a misfire, incomplete. Carter Markham had a little bit of separation, but Potter ends up missing on that throw slightly, and it falls incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 1.
I do like the play call there, Blake. Knowing that it would be a 3rd and short if that pass did fall incomplete, why not take a shot to the end zone and try to extend this lead?
Absolutely. And now I would be shocked if the Stars do pass it again. However, they go for it a lot on 4th down, so maybe they end up doing that anyway.
They'll probably wait and see what type of defense Crawfordsville comes out in here.
Potter is going to pass it again. This one, a quick one to the outside. McKeegan's got it, and he's got that first down. A small gain. He gets to about the 16-yard line, but it's enough for another Western Boone first down. 8:28 now, and ticking on the clock.
I think Crawfordsville was thinking the same thing we were, maybe anticipating a bit of a run there. Instead, Western Boone doesn't do the run. They go to the outside, and they let Clyde use his speed to gain those couple yards for the first.
1st and 10, officially at their own 17. To the outside to Markham. He's got room. Can he go? See, waiting for the signal. Look, one of them signals touchdown, and I believe that is the call right there. Western Boone touchdown with Carter Markham. One of the officials didn't call it immediately, but the other one did. Carter Markham gets in on the toss play. Western Boone into the 40s now, 41-7 on the excellent play to the senior Carter Markham. Talbot on for an extra point attempt. This one is up, and it's good once again. Missed one field goal, but has been perfect on PAT, 6 for 6. 42-7. Get you the replay here. Pretty good play design. Got Markham in motion, saw nobody was over there, and he had that angle. Certainly looked like it from our side. Stars up 35 with 8 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Again, as we mentioned in that first half, Western Boone's blocking there again. Those receivers, when it's not their turn to catch the ball, they go out there and they block for their running backs and other players so they can get themselves into the end zone.
20 minutes are left in this game right now, total between this quarter and the next. Western Boone up 42-7. Time to take a look and see what their top scoring game was last year, because this is certainly getting close to that, I'm sure. 42-7 here. Certainly needing to take care of business in this one before next week's game versus Tri-West, and Western Boone on yet another drive does exactly that.
Western Boone, again, another great start to this second half.
Kickoff here by Talbot, who just hit that extra point. Good right here, going to the left side now, cutting into the middle, and another good job on coverage by Western Boone. Evan Allen, one of them in there. And that, by the way, the returner on the last couple of kickoffs has changed. Before it was Maddox Ronco. That one was Jordan Shrout, the senior for Crawfordsville. Ronco is having a little bit of trouble on some of the kickoffs, just fielding them. And They end up putting in Shrout for Crawfordsville.
Crawfordsville here just trying to mix some little things up, see what can work from here in the second half.
Absolutely. Well, that's not going to be one of them right there. A false start on the play. And that one was clear as day. Several guys moving, including McClemore, before the snap.
Crawfordsville has had a couple of those false starts in this game, and that definitely does not help them, as it's hard to gain more than 10 yards on these downs against this Western Boone defense.
Absolutely. They've had so many players make plays for them, the Stars defense has so far today. Just trying to get anything going is Caden Patton and the Crawfordsville offense here. Back to pass once again, under immense pressure, gets it off just in time. That pass nearly caught, but incomplete. And I'm now 2 for 2 on bad voice cracks so far tonight, Graham.
Yeah, but there on that play, Philip Talbot did an excellent job. He saw that receiver going up for that ball. He put his hand up to make sure that that was broken up and incomplete.
2nd and 15 now. I was impressed that he nearly completed it. It looked like it could have been a big sack. Drew Gott would have had it had he not gotten rid of it. So even just a little bit of positivity there on that play, but still incomplete and still 2nd and 15.
The throw was accurate. It was just broken up by Western Boone.
Absolutely. Patton again. This one is caught by McClemore, and a good solid play.
And a big tackle there at the end of that play to make sure that he is down.
Western Boone making the tackle, but a good play there by Patton to McClemore. That gets a first down. Solid play by the senior for the Athenians, who gets to the Crawfordsville 38-yard line. Go to the right side, or left side rather. That one's caught. Sheets was in coverage. A good catch there by Sam Minute on really contested pass there, but he had the edge. Dylan Sheets had to catch up a little bit, and they gave Minute the ability to jump up and get it. So Sheets had the pick six earlier, and also another pass breakup. Makes the tackle, and it's 2nd down at around 4 for the Athenians.
You can see Crawfordsville is trying to get that ball out of their quarterback's hands quickly and give it to their playmakers on the outside.
Going to pass again, and that one incomplete. In the direction of Heights, his intended target, number 40.
That just seemed to be a throwaway there, Blake, with the pressure mounting on him from that Western Boone defensive line. He just wanted to get out of there without taking a sack.
Absolutely. A good job by him to get rid of it and make sure that Crawfordsville does not lose even more yards. So the 3rd and 4 on this play.
And if you're Crawfordsville, this has to be 4-down territory, so you're kind of planning ahead here. You don't want to take a negative play here if you're Crawfordsville. Just a couple yards will make it more manageable on 4th.
Absolutely. Back to throw again. This one going way downfield. That one contested. Who's got it? And it looks like it's picked, and it is by Marcus Fortner, who ended up taking the ball away.
What a play from Fortner there. It almost looked like Crawfordsville had come down with the catch, but Fortner ripped it away at the end and got the interception for Western Boone.
What a play there. That really was a 50-50 ball. Fortner's the one who ended up with it. That was McClemore on the receiving end. Saw Philip Talbot pick McClemore up. Nice sack by him.
Yeah, great job there by Talbot. Great sportsmanship for Western Boone.
Caden Patton's 2nd interception of the night. First one was the pick six to Dylan Sheets. This one picked off by Marcus Fortner. Quick handoff here, not going to pick up much. You can see Western Boone starting to put in some of the younger group of guys there.
They have now brought in Brennan Compriva for the quarterback duties here for probably what will be the rest of this second half.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. He got some action against Sheridan a couple of weeks ago, late in that game, and Coach Justin Pelly taking most of, if not all, the starters out right now. with a comfortable 35-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, this is great experience here for these younger guys as the season goes along.
Yeah. That was a bit of a dangerous handoff there. That one it looked like only one-handed brought in, but gets the exchange off. And remember, some of these Western Boone players who are starters now are the guys who'd come in and just take some of these plays late in the game. One of them was, in fact, Brandon Potter, the Stars starting quarterback now. He was the guy who'd come in last year when Rowan Durbin was taken out of the game for the Stars. And now Brendan Capriva doing the same for Western Boone. Handoff once again, not going to get much. Fourth down could be a first right at the marker. We'll see what they call it. If it's not a first, it's a fourth in inches.
It almost looks like that. Yeah, that official there on that far side was signaling for a first down, so they are going to give it to Western Boone.
Yeah, there it is. First down, Western Boone. Even some of the younger guys getting some action here and getting a first down for Western Boone.
And you made a really good point, Blake. Young players like these, getting in here and getting this experience will really help them for the rest of this, not just this season, but seasons to come for the Stars.
Absolutely. Another handoff there. And Western Boone with now second, and it looks like 6, a 4-yard carry. Pretty solid once again.
You can see now Western Boone just wants to run this clock down and have this game go by pretty quick here to end this one. They just want to have time. They want to control the time and possession here as this third quarter comes to an end.
Absolutely. Under 2 minutes in the third quarter here. Capriva going to pass to the outside. That one is caught. It was fumbled around for a second, but it is ultimately caught by Kane Reed, the sophomore. Solid play there for the Stars. They get to a third down and 2, it looks like. And Western Boone keeping the clock running here with 1:15 left to go. I was looking real quick at some of the offensive outputs from last year. Western Boone put up 49 versus Crawfordsville last year, but their top offensive performance was 56 versus Frankfurt a few weeks after that. We'll be covering that game here on WBTV Sports in a few weeks. Handoff very close. We'll see if they ultimately give the first down there on the carry as Roland Shue. Going to be a yard short. They're going to mark it. We'll see what Western Boone does on fourth down. But
very physical run there for Western Boone, just trying to push the pile and get that first down. They ultimately come up a little bit short, and it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field.
Yeah, they'll be forced to run one more play before the end of this quarter. Play clock is a little bit underneath the actual game clock. Just going to run it straight forward. Ball comes out. Capriva fumbled it. Stars do fall on it, but it's going to be a turnover there. So Capriva tried to go forward with the QB sneak. It was Cooper Ford, the sophomore, who went back and retrieved it for Western Boone. So get the highlight here.
It was a great play by Crawfordsville to poke that ball out. And as you said, Ford had to land on it, and that was ultimately the right decision. Didn't want to bobble it again and potentially have a scoop and score for Crawfordsville.
Absolutely. Does give Crawfordsville their best position of the night. That brings us to the end of the third quarter here on WBTV Sports. We're going to be back right after this with your fourth quarter of action.
Hi, my name is Michael Behrens, and I'm a current meteorologist at WZZM-TV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I bought this advertisement simply to support the awesome work that the Western Boone radio TV program does and the opportunities it provides to students. In fact, that's how I got my start in television. Without this amazing program, I would not be where I am today. So please, do what you can to support this unique program and the students who dedicate so much to make it a success. Thanks for watching WBTV.
Just like the offensive line protects our Western Boone quarterback, Agent Derek Gaho of the Wilkinson Insurance Agency has your back when it comes to all of your auto, home, business, and life. Give Derek a call at 317-852-8330 to get a quote and find out how the Wilkinson Insurance Agency might be able to help you.
Just like when you are cheering from the stands or cheering from home, Boone REMC is cheering on our Boone County athletes. Boone REMC offers scholarships and youth programs. Find them on the web at bremc.com. That's Boone REMC, sending power to the Stars.
We're back. Crawfordsville on offense to start the fourth quarter. Stars so far with a dominant lead, 42-7. See what the Athenians do. Quick handoff here. Gonna pick up maybe a couple yards. Pushes forward, might get a few more. Is Heights.
We'll see if Crawfordsville here can score with probably one of their best field positions of the night after getting the strip on defense.
Yeah, taking the ball away from Brennan Capriva, who tried to get a first down on a 4th and short with a QB sneak, ended up fumbling the ball away. And it was fallen on by Western Boone's Cooper Ford, but oh, bad snap. Patton just trying to get rid of it if he can. Going way far back, he does ultimately get rid of it.
And that has to be intentional grounding, and there is the flag.
Yeah, that one was obvious. Just had to do what he could to try and get rid of it. Patton was in a disastrous situation. The snap over his head. Another mistake by the Crawfordsville offense. Just trying to find a way. Constant pressure from Western Boone, and got rid of it, but going to be going way far back on the intentional grounding call. All the way back to where he threw it away, in fact. So,
yeah, intentional grounding there. Was out of the pocket and threw that ball and did not get to the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver in sight, so that's why that flag was thrown for the intentional grounding.
Absolutely. We'll see what the down and yardage is. This might be the biggest yardage we've seen here in a while on WBTV Sports, if you can get the accurate measure. Gotta get to their own 28. It's 3rd and 35. There you go. That is what it is. 3rd and 35. I don't even know what they do here. Just gonna bomb it downfield. And that one, through the hands. Had his man. A great throw by Patton to Sam Minute. Just was unable to make the catch. If he had made the catch, it would have been, I believe, enough for a first down at least, and he might have been able to break away for the touchdown with, I believe Talbot was the guy in the area, so nearly made the play, but Crawfordsville, after the disaster there on the bad snap, nearly got it back, not enough. 4th and 35 now.
You said it, Blake. Patton, that was an excellent pass. It just went through the receiver's hands. Unfortunate for Crawfordsville, as now they're in a super desperate situation.
4th and 35, they will go for it. Why not? Patton again going deep. Got his man this time, and this one will go all the way. Touchdown, Crawfordsville. Another excellent throw in stride. That one to Ethan McClemmore, who's made all the big plays on the Crawfordsville offense so far tonight. And they went for the same situation again. And Western Boone unable to stop it that time. 42-13 now. Crawfordsville gets on the board for the second time.
It seemed to be a very similar play, just on the opposite side to a different player down that sideline. And Western Boone on 4th and that long, I'm surprised they didn't have more people back to make that stop on a play like that.
Absolutely. On for the extra point, by the way, is Ryan Miller, the senior. Have a Athenian running out onto the field right now. 2 now. A little unorganized there, but they do get everybody back out there. And they do get him in time. Kick is up, and it is good by Miller. It was a little bit of a low one, but it goes in, and it's 42-14 now. Western Boone over Crawfordsville on the big touchdown on 4th and 35. Believe, if I'm doing math right, that's about 65-ish yards there, I believe. So, big play there from Crawfordsville, from Patton to McClemmore. They've had a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, McClemmore there. He just took off and went down the sideline for basically that whole play. Western Boone got caught standing, and he beats them to the end zone.
Absolutely. One of the best players we've seen on the Crawfordsville offense. Maybe the fastest, because he's absolutely dominated some of the defensive backs at times for Western Boone. Has not been enough, as Stars still lead it by 28 with 8:30 to go in the fourth. Get you a quick update on a couple of these scores in the sophomore conference. We mentioned some of these at the half. 49-0 Tri-West over Frankfort. Getting ready for the Western Boone Tri-West matchup next week. Southmont 14, North Montgomery 16. So Southmont back within 2 there. Close game in the third quarter. That one fielded on the right side and brought down at around the 25-yard line for Western Boone.
Yeah, Crawfordsville a much better job covering special teams there. We saw Western Boone have some really big special teams kickoff returns earlier in this game. This time Crawfordsville able to wrap them up after a minimal gain.
Alex Vasquez, the freshman for Western Boone, was the returner on that play. One more quick update. Lebanon 13, Danville 12 in quarter 3. Big game there between those two teams trying to stay very much in the race for the Sagamore Conference. Both very good last year. Even Danville had some struggles, but ultimately came in and defeated Western Boone here in the sectional semifinal round. See what this one's for. It's a flag. Crawfordsville, I believe, going to be actually going to take the timeout, rather. So Crawfordsville takes the timeout there. They've got 2 left.
Western Boone a little bit out of sync there. Nice job calling the timeout before the delay of game.
Absolutely. Would have made things even a little worse for Crawfordsville there. But Western Boone with a 28-point lead. 7:39 to go in the fourth quarter here. Fans can definitely feel it. Next week's game is going to be major, like it was last year. Last year's game, when WBTV Sports had the game between Tri-West and Western Boone, that one was at Tri-West. That game was insane. That was, my brother Colin and I called that one, and that one was back and forth the whole way. Western Boone had a chance at the end, but the Tri-West defense made the stop and ultimately won it 41-34 was the final score in that game. Stars would definitely like to avenge that one, and Tri-West would like a repeat of that for sure. That'll be a big game next week. Right up the gut. Solid run. Wow. Taking people down. What a run there.
Yeah, just bounced off that Crawfordsville defender and kept going for even more yards. A very powerful run there from Western Boone.
Look at that. Boom. Knocked him over. Maddox Ronco, number 4, got knocked over on the play. Made it first down for Western Boone at their own 39-yard line. See if these young guys for Western Boone trying to go down and see if they can score themselves tonight. Pitch out to the right side. Got some room, but a good tackle there. Tough tackle.
Yeah, really good tackle out on the edge there by Crawfordsville. It looked like he had some space to get down that sideline, but he was wrapped up quickly.
Nathan Thompson was the ball carrier for Western Boone, number 19. Got slammed down and picks up ultimately 3 for Western Boone. Had it not been for that tackle, he might have gotten a good chunk more. He had a little bit more room. So second down and 7 now for Western Boone as they try and close out this game with just a little over 6 minutes left. Capriva kept it himself, picked up a little bit. Gets about a yard on the play, maybe 2. So Capriva faked it and kept it on the option and wasn't able to get a ton, but does get positive yardage to make it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Capriva there with the quarterback keeper, and Crawfordsville was not fooled and immediately rallied to make the tackle after a small gain.
5:40 to go here in this game. Capriva with Shu in the backfield, and that one is caught very close. Forward progress should give the first down to Cale Scagnol, the freshman, right at the 50-yard line, and it does give Western Boone another first down on a solid pass by Capriva.
Yeah, Capriva there showing some versatility. The play before, trying to use his legs there, uses his arm and decision-making to pick up the first down for Western Boone.
Capriva's been solid so far for the Stars, other than a fumble on a quarterback sneak attempt. It's been pretty darn good. Shu with the carry, a tough run, picks up a couple yards. We're under 5 minutes here. 4:40 to go now in this game.
Western Boone here just hoping to pick up a couple more first downs, really run this clock down and win this game.
Certainly on track to do just that. Probably going to let the play clock go all the way down, as you mentioned. If they do, they'll be right around the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes and a few seconds. Step with a few extra seconds. Pitch to the right side once again. Plays worked fairly well for the Stars, though. Crawfordsville doing a good job bottling it up here the last couple of times. That's Brennan Bivens, who was on the carry for Western Boone.
Thought he might have had some room out there on the outside, but he decided to cut it upfield quickly, which is probably ultimately a good decision as it keeps this clock rolling for Western Boone with the lead.
Riley Thornburg was the tackler, I believe, for Crawfordsville on that play. Solid tackle. 3rd and 6. 3.5 minutes to go. Going to cut under that before the next play. Handoff here, not going to get the first down. It's 4th down and a few yards.
A very manageable 4th down here for Western Boone. I would anticipate that they go for it here.
Yeah, I definitely think they'll do that. And I would be a little surprised if they don't, like you mentioned. Definitely within a few yards, 4th and 3. Definitely even just to give these sort of underclassmen for Western Boone, just to give them that experience of a 4th down play to see what they can do. Gave it to them earlier, deeper in their own territory, so see if they do, and they will go for it. Going deep, that one nearly intercepted, and that's a turnover on downs. The intended receiver there was Leighton Yancey, number 20. Fell down on the play, was a little past him. Anyway, nearly picked, ends the drive. It's 2:40 to go and counting here.
Well, that was the first pass of the game for the sophomore Quentin Westerfield, who came in to make that pass on 4th down.
Under 2:30 to go here. You're right, it was Westerfeld who came into the game to make that one. Slightly off target, incomplete. And we got about 2 minutes here. Athenians. Low snap once again. Big hit.
And I think Western Boone has recovered it.
I think you're right. See, it certainly doesn't look like it. And that is. We'll see.
I'm a little confused here with this call. I'm thinking maybe the officials called him dead or down with possession there.
I guess. Maybe just to avoid any potential injury there. It certainly looked like Western Boone would have the recovery there, but might have blown the play dead.
I think you're right, Blake. I think that's ultimately what the refs decided there.
2nd and 19, a 9-yard loss. Good gang tackle by Western Boone. One of the guys in there for Western Boone, Andrew Cox, number 36 for the Stars. 3rd down and not much shorter than 19. Maybe picked up a couple at most.
Yeah, the Western Boone defensive line there made incredible penetration to blow up that run play basically as soon as it started, and ultimately resulting in Crawfordsville having a third and really long play here.
I think officially it will be around that 3rd and 19. These could be some of the final few plays of the game. Maybe went a little over the play clock. Throws it way downfield, picked off. That'll end it. Going down the right sideline. Flag as well on that. That was number 10, Quinn Westerfeld, who threw the pass earlier. Makes the interception and officially ends this one. That was...
You saw the blitz there from Western Boone, got to the quarterback. That caused that pass to be a lot more wobbly than he was anticipating, and Quinn Westerfield was right on the spot for the interception.
That was Landon Gerald, the freshman for Crawfordsville, in 27 seconds to go. See if the officials just let the Stars take one knee here. The flag, by the way, for likely a late hit on the tackle. That was on Westerfeld. So Western Boone likely just going to take a knee here. They have pretty solid field position, but won't need it here. Westerfeld makes the play to end the game. Western Boone's going to take this one 42-14 with just a couple more snaps.
And what a big play for Westerfeld there, getting to come into the game, have that pass on 4th down, and then a big interception there on defense. Has to feel good for him.
Absolutely. And you hear the student section now. The classic chant, I believe that we will win. Just going to let it go down, not even going to require the knee. Officials let it tick down. And as the final seconds go by, Western Boone can walk out of here with a big victory over Crawfordsville, 42-14. The final score here at Western Boone. Great performances by both the offense and defense for Western Boone. And with that, just looking at the two teams meet here and give each other claps in the middle of the field. Western Boone with a dominant victory. We're going to take a very quick break. We'll have our post-game thoughts in just a moment here on WBTV.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There's the answer code.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Do you need shirts for a school?
Back here for final thoughts here. First of all, the Defender Pilot Service Defender of the game, giving it to Dylan Sheets for Western Boone. Number 7, the sophomore, had the pick 6, which really gave Western Boone all the momentum at the end of the first half when Crawfordsville had a chance to try and come back, had some pass breakups, was solid all game. And ultimately, he is our defender of the game. Western Boone takes this one 42-14. Graham, any final thoughts on what you saw tonight?
Well, what I saw tonight was ultimately a dominant performance by Western Boone as they really dominated all three phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams, from their returns, interceptions, and big run and pass plays.
Absolutely. Big night for Western Boone. They get to 3-0. They're 1-0 in conference, and they got that huge game next week where they're going to take on Tri-West here who took care of business themselves against Frankfurt. Real quick, our last score update, and then we'll get out of here in just a moment. Tri-West, speaking of them, up now 56-0 against Frankfurt. That Southmont North Montgomery game, no score update since last time. Still 14 for Southmont and 16 for North Montgomery. Lebanon and Danville very close in the fourth quarter. Lebanon, with 7 minutes left, Lebanon up 20-18 in that one, as the Tigers try to get their first win of the year and try and get a huge conference win. Well, Graham, I got to say, you did a really good job, especially for your first broadcast. Congrats to you for that.
Thank you so much, Blake. I had a great time, and I hope to do some more in the future with you.
Absolutely. You might, honestly, you were saying stuff, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's right. Like, I wasn't even catching, like, a lot of the stuff that you were saying, and I was looking at some of these replays, and I was like, wow. How do you catch that in the moment? That's crazy. But, yeah, awesome job, especially for the first one. And got a lot more names to mention here real quick. On our technical crew, John Armpriester, Carson Duvall, Reagan Cox, Chloe Beam, Ian Grube, Zara Smith, and Tristan Newland. Shout out to all you guys for being here and for doing a very good job on the technical side. And, of course, Matt Foxworthy, the program director. So with that, we're going to say goodbye here at Western Boone. I'm Blake Marth. This is Graham Cavens saying so long from Western Boone. Stars win it 42-14. See you next week here on WBTV Sports.